Hey everybody, it's Diana at Catherine Diana Studios. It is December 22nd. Oh, can you believe it? Another year gone by, and here we are going, I have last minute gifts I need to put together. What am I going to do? I'm on a budget. I have no idea what to do for this person. I need to do a little something for somebody, or you have maybe an aunt who you hardly ever see that's kind of come over. And you want to have something, so I put together a couple of really quick things, and this is for crafters and non-crafters alike. Obviously, I'm a crafter and a paper artist, and I have a lot of stuff, but I also incorporate non-traditional items as well, and anybody can do that. So the picture looks a little overwhelming. We're going to look at each item individually, and then we'll make a couple of them so you can get an idea of what we're doing. So, first one here. How's that? Can you see it? I think you can. Cute little pocket. Now, this happens to be cardstock, so it's just 5x7 cardstock. Now, you may not have cardstock if you're not a crafter, which is great. That's fine. You can use maybe packaging paper or manila file folders, things like that. So all I did was I took the paper, folded it about where I wanted it, and I decided how I wanted, because like this side is a little more smooth. Can you see that? This side is textured. That just happens to be the case right now. Other paper, sometimes both are textured, sometimes both are smooth. So I just folded it over like so. What the heck? We'll just go ahead and make one. Well, I'm not going to do it yet, but I'm just going to show you real quick, and then we'll do it. So I folded it over like so, and that's that. Now this is, like I said, 5x7, but you can use any size. And if you don't have paper, you can use fabric. But what if you don't have fabric? Well, go look through your closet. What's in there that you don't wear anymore that might have an interesting pattern to it? Florals, plaid, maybe some old jeans, durable, sturdy, something like that. You know, there's holes in them, you're never going to wear them. They're your old acid wash jeans from the 80s. First of all, we all know we're never going to fit in those again. And even though they're back in style, we can use them for something else. Whatever. So you can use fabric too. Maybe a favorite old blanket that's just seen better days, but the pattern is beautiful and the feel is beautiful because it's worn and loved. Use that. And then you don't have the sewing machine. You don't have to use a sewing machine. You can either hand stitch if you want, if you're using fabric, or on paper as well. Or you can just use glue. I would recommend something like tacky glue. Elmer's glue is fine. I use art glitter glue. A lot of other artists do as well. This stuff, though, it's expensive and it basically dries on contact. So if you don't like where it is, too bad, you can't reposition anything. But just Fabri-Tac or something like this, a 3-in-1 glue. Just, this stuff is kind of, you want to have the windows open. It's not good to breathe it in. Or get it on your skin either. So I just added some trim, which is for all the crafty folks out there. You know, the trims you buy from Michael's. Oops, that's upside down. Hello. There we go. So that's all there was. But let's say you don't have trim. Well, you can use fabric. And if you take a piece of fabric, I should have some to show you, but I don't. If you take a piece of fabric and you make a little cut on the edge, clip, like so, pull it. You're going to get a pretty straight tear. And then go to the other side, however wide you want it, this wide, this wide, this wide, whatever. Do a little cut with your scissors, rip, and you're going to get another strip. So you can get a strip of fabric, and that looks fine too, especially if it's a textured fabric or if it's a woven fabric. It adds a lot of interest and dimension. So this is just packing paper from Dollar Tree that I inked a stamp. I have a bunch of it. And I inked a stamp that has sheet music on it. And let's say you don't have a stamp like that. Maybe you have some sheet music that you're not using. Take it, tear it up. If you want to change the color, you can spray a little coffee on it and it'll change the color. If you want to leave it on white background, that's fine too. White with the black. So I just took the stamp, inked it up, stamp, 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 and as it faded, I just kept going, stamp it, stamp, 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 and that's it. So there's no real consistency to it. You think, oh, that would look terrible. But when it's all put together, it doesn't look terrible. It looks super cute. Now, these are flowers that were already pre-cut from Michael's that I've had for at least 15 years when I was teaching classes at Michael's. And then this is maybe from like a Simple Stories kit or something like that. Now, you can find labels, but you can get labels at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Dollar Tree has them as well. So if you don't have this, you can just put a label down, or a little pretty strip of some pretty paper, or cut out a little label yourself and, you know, write the person's name on there if you want. And all I did was put inside some peppermint bark, some teas, a little chocolate coin, and a little chocolate Santa. And the chocolate coin and Santa are from TJ Maxx, but I also have candies from Dollar Tree as well that are really pretty. And you can buy various types of teas in variety packs and stuff. Just make sure they're individually wrapped. Because when you go out and buy those things, wherever you find them at your local grocery store, or wherever you can find it, maybe Dollar Tree or Dollar General, whatever, you can get a lot of bang for your buck. I mean, look at all this. This could be different gifts for a bunch of people. And if you're on a budget, this is the way to go. And you can personalize this. Let's say the person is in sales or something and they, you know, use a lot of mints or something like that. You could put some mints inside. You could put a little mini peppermint stick or candy cane. So easy peasy. So there's that one. And then we have this one here. So this is a Little Debbie brownie. And this is gift wrap. That's wrapping paper. That's all. And this is from scrapbook paper. But hey, if you've got a Dymo, you know, punch, spin it and make your words, I have one. You can make one. You can also hand write that and cut it out yourself. These are painted paper. So I got out a little paper punch. I do have a punch, and I punched out the little flowers. But if you don't have this, you can cut out flowers. You can cut out squares. You can cut out circles. You can just tear circles. You can do all kinds of different things. You can use buttons. And then these I added flat back crystals. And if you don't have those, most of us have glitter. And if we don't have glitter in our home, you know, that we can swipe from the kids and use on our projects, then Dollar Tree isn't very far, and we can grab some glitter. Inside is the peppermint bark again, chapstick, the Little Debbie's brownie, and then some little chocolates. And again, you can customize this. You could put in things like a face mask, skin cream, maybe some cute little novelty, you know, those, they're not warm necessarily, but the thin, cute little novelty socks they have during the holidays. Maybe a small mini nail file. Things like that. Think about the person that you're going to give this to, or if you don't know them, you can go pretty generic like this and you'd be safe. So, and incidentally, what I normally do with these is I put them inside of a bag. Now, not all of us have a lot of bags to wrap our products in, you know, these kinds of bags, these kinds of packing bags. But Dollar Tree has food storage bags, and they don't have these pre-printed labels on them. They're just plain. Obviously, these are a better deal when you're buying way more of them than you get at Dollar Tree. But for stuff like this, go to Dollar Tree, spend $1.25 and get 20 of these or something. I think it's 20 or 25. And then you can just put this inside. And let's say that the bag is too wide. Well, all you have to do while this is inside the bag, flip it over. You take the clear bag and you know, fold it over like so. Put a little piece of tape here and here. Flip it back over again. Imagine it's in the clear bag. And then just bring it up to a point and use twine. Like, ouch, you got a paper cut, and you know how that is. You keep zapping them over and over again. Piece of twine, a piece of ribbon, maybe some curling ribbon from wrapping your presents. Put around it, zip, 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 done. And it adds a nice little touch to, it completes the package. I have videos of stuff like that. I don't have any pictures of any right now, and I don't have any around me. So, but anyway, super easy, super cheap. So there's that one. And again, this could be made from old file folders, manila folders, you know, packaging, you name it. This is from packaging, and the mate to it is here. This was packaging in a, I can't remember what. I think it was like some kind of linens or something, sheets. Let me put those there. Sorry, I realize I'm out of camera. And this is just gift wrap. That's all it is. It's gift wrap paper. So all I did was I took this piece and I cut them a little bit differently. I cut it in half. It was like 8.5 by 12 or something. And I just made a pocket out of it. Now I put a piece of tape there for right now. I glued the sides of each, made a little pocket, threw in some tea. And I put this there for now because there's a couple different ways you could do this. I put on the bow, but if I had not have put on the bow, I could have, where'd that little piece go that I just had? I flung it out of the way and there it goes. Now this is not, I don't have enough of this piece, but you know, you go like so and flip it around and bring it around. I use some of this so I'm out. So, but you know, if that bow, and then with the bow it's still cute anyway, but flip it around and tie it and done, you know, easy peasy. And again, you can use fabric for this. It doesn't have to be paper, but this is basically last minute, what can I do? Inexpensive, what have I got? Use what you have, use your scraps. And it's amazing what we can come up with. So same with this, gift wrap. This is a label. This came from this, which was a Tim Holtz, but again, you can get them at Dollar Tree. And that's just a button. And the buttons you get at Dollar Tree as well. Or in my case, these are from, I think, Oriental Trading. You get a big bag full. I've got buttons up the wazoo. So anyway, so you can just write the person's name there. And you can put either a brad in here and thread and, you know, tie it around and wrap it. You could use a little grommet if you have something like that. You could use little pieces of Velcro, and I've seen those at Dollar Tree too. Put a little piece here and a piece there, and then it will close. So there's that, those two. And again, that's out of scraps. Then we have this one. Same thing. It's just cardstock. Flip it over. This is lace. And this lace is not the lace that you see. It is this. But I didn't need this big piece. But you can see I cut bits and pieces off. Now, in a second, you'll see where I cut this piece out and used it. But I also just cut the edge off. And that's all that this is the edge. So we have the edge and the edge here. This is gift wrap. Here we go. It's not off of this same piece. It might be. I actually think it is. So this was gift wrap, and I turned it into little pieces of ephemera. And then this is foam. These came from Dollar Tree. So there's the little snowflakes. And the little flowers, you know, that you get from Michael's or wherever, like so. And if you don't have flowers, you can, you know, cut circles, you can cut your own flowers, you can use buttons. If you have flat back crystals, you can use that. You can put little dots of glitter glue. You can, you know, any interesting little trinket, anything that's interesting to you, or something that maybe the person that you're getting this for, it might appeal to them. You can even just use a little piece of paper or something like that, or just leave it blank like I did here. Put down the flat back crystals here. This is the little sticker Santa, or not Santa, Frosty from Dollar Tree. And this is just a piece of paper, and I think it was like gift wrap or something like that. So easy peasy. We have a little itty bitty baby one. We made a tiny one. Here's that piece of that lace I cut out, and I just put a flat back crystal on there. You could put a cut out flower, one of the Dollar Tree bows. Your imagination is the limit. So, and just one more, maybe probably like I would probably put a mini, what do you call those things? Candy canes. I do have them. They're just not in here with me. They're in the kitchen. So that would look kind of cute coming out of there. So there's that one. Here's another one that's just folded over. Now this is just a ribbon that I cut the edge off. It's wire ribbon, and then I frayed it, made it look like a bow. This is from Simple Stories. This is last year's ephemera, and these are Tim Holtz letters, which if you are not a crafter and you don't have that stuff and you don't even know who that guy is, that's fine. You got a typewriter, you got a printer, you got a computer, you can type out words. You can put anything that you want. Then we have this one. We made a big one, and I'll show you how to make it. It's a big pocket, and it has extra pockets. Let me get, well here, this is a bookmark. Let me show you there's some extra pockets. There's a pocket back in here. So like you could just put a little something on it attached to it so they know that it's in there. Maybe roll up a $5 bill and stick it in there. But there's also a little pocket right there where the paper was folded over. And then there's a pocket in between also here where the paper was folded over, and one here on this other side too, which, there we go. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets where you can put all kinds of little goodies in. And when you're doing this with fabric, boy, you've got lots of room. And you can take a piece of thin cardboard or packing paper, not packing paper, packing packaging, you know what I'm talking about? Like this stuff, if you got big pieces or something. Or even Dollar Tree has the big pieces of poster board, and I think it's 2 pieces of the white for $1. You can cut it to size if you're going to use fabric and put it inside the pocket so it keeps things from flopping around all over the place. So anyway, so I'll show you how to make one of these big ones that's folded over, and then this is a little half piece. And same thing, little pockets, little goodies inside, chocolate face stuff, nail polish or nail file. You can put polish in too. We've got some hand cream and a bookmark and this little pocket here. And I added some trim. This is Dollar Tree trim, and then the little flowers. And I could add more flowers over here with some, you know, I would take this lace and fray it out and maybe put a similar flower that's big there or something. But, you know, you can over adorn it or under adorn it. It depends on what your taste is or the person that you're thinking about giving the gift to. So, and I just turned this in. This is just a paper napkin, and it's been decoupaged. It's kind of shiny. I need to, you can take a nail file and kind of go over it, and it'll get rid of some of that shine. But I put my favorite quote on all the bookmarks I make, and I make a lot of quote-ons by George R.R. Martin. A reader lives 1,000 lives. A non-reader lives only one. So anyway, so there's the bookmark there and the little pockets. And I can get more in there, but this is just to give you an idea. So there's everything. I hope that I didn't have these at weird wonky angles and you get a good look. And what we'll do, and by the way, that's gift wrap right there. We'll make a couple just so you can see how they are done. You can use gift wrap, magazine images, newspaper. Just make sure it doesn't come off on your hands. And I'm going to show this like that. This is scrapbook paper, but maybe you don't have scrapbook paper, but you do have gift wrap. And gift wrap can be a little bit thin. Some of it's a little thicker, and it's okay. Even though this is thicker, I would still line it with computer paper. You know, your 8.5 by 11 printer paper, just to give it a little more heft. So I would do something like that. So I have used 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, and I have also used 6 by 6. You got to have a total square. So what you want to do is you want to find a pattern that's like so and like so. Pretty easy to deal with. Everything, no matter which way you look at it, looks great. Same with this one. Looks great. Because when you get into something like this one, my dog can hear me, then you run into trouble. The lines maybe not so much, can be a problem. That's going to be a problem. So you can't really fold this. Now, there's 2 ways to do this. There's a bunch of tutorials. You can look it up, you know, how to make a, what do they call it? Loaded pocket with 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. I often make them with 12 by 12. Sometimes I want to get more mileage out of my product. So sometimes I want, instead of making all the extra little pockets in the 12 by 12, I'll cut the 12 by 12 or the 6 by 6 even in half, so I get a smaller version. But let me show you what happens here. Back to this. So let's say you've got your paper and you're like, oh, okay, I'll just make that little, and I didn't cut this bottom evenly, don't worry about it, ignore that. So let's say, oh, I'll do that. Well, wait, my trees are off. What's going on? Oh, wait, my trees are off. And that's wonky. See what I mean? I'm hoping you can see all that. You can. So you're like, oh, okay, well, I'll turn it over. Well, uh-oh, my trees are off. And if I do that, and if I do this, my trees are off. So that's why you need to have a pattern, either plain paper or a pattern that's just random like this. So let's start off with this little bitty guy right here. You may maybe want something like this for your postal carrier or something like that. Or someone you just don't know very well, maybe a neighbor, I don't know. So let's start off with this one. I'm going to move that. And we can see how that one is. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to switch it up. So we'll go about like so. Let me make sure I can be seen. Oh, see, I'm glad I looked. Better over here. And see how that's a little bit wonky, and it's okay. You can, I do this all the time. Cut off that edge. It's fine. So let me put this here. That's okay. Hang on a second. Let me get that. All right, there we go. So there we go. Easy peasy. And now you can put in whatever. A chapstick. A mint. A pack of mints. Gosh, what else? Whatever. You know what I mean? And you don't have to put anything here, but if you want to, you can just tie a bow. And put a bow on there. You know, it's not hard to tie a bow. You can look up a YouTube video. If I didn't have this cut, I'd do one, but I'm worried it's going to cut open because it's cut open twice today. And they're super easy to do. So you can look up on YouTube how to do one, smack that little sucker on there, and then, you know, put in a little piece of whatever. And, you know, like these, the Andes mints, I got these at Dollar Tree. I got this at Ross. And this would look cute with a third thing. And it is good to have 3 things in. Always 3, 5, 7. Odd numbers look better. So having something else there would be really cute. And even if there's nothing attached here, or you could just put a little label and put their name on there, or just tear out a piece of paper and put their name on there. Super cute. Easy peasy, last minute. So going out and getting stuff like this, you can make, you know, 15 presents. By the time you do the tea, a couple things of chapstick, various types of candy. These facial things that I was showing you earlier, they're like $1 at Walmart. So those are pretty awesome. So there's that one. So that's the little bitty guy. Let's do a pocket like this. And we started with the blue one, remember at the beginning? So we'll just keep going with that. So you put that aside, and we'll do this again. So we're just going to make a pocket. So we'll glue this guy and this guy. I think I got that about right. Pretty darn close. Doesn't have to be perfect. No one's going to notice anyway. And now we're going to use this paper is actually cut. I swear it's not me. You can see that's flush. Can you see that? It ain't me. For once, it ain't me. But it's wonky. And this is high-end paper too. So let me get rid of some of that little edge there. Alright, good enough. Whatevs. Alright, so check this out. That's just gift wrap. I think I got it at TJ Maxx. And we can do it super basic. I mean, no, I think I would be cuter that way. Just like that. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my glue stick. If you don't have a glue stick, you can just use regular glue. But what I would recommend, if you're using regular glue, when you put it on, kind of smear it a bit. Try and get it around the edges more. Because when there's glue in here and it's just blobbed on, when you put it down, you're going to see it through this paper. Looks terrible. So if you go around the edge with your finger, just keep a baby wipe around or wet, damp rag. And then just go around the edge and then you can put it down. But I have glue sticks because I do this all day, every day. Well, not all day, every day, but a lot. And get a piece of paper, just a piece of computer paper. Put it down here because when you're trying to get the edge, some of it will get on the surface. And if it's on your kitchen table or your countertops, it'll be on there. And it's sticky and gross. And, you know, you don't want that. So let's do, oops, wait, hello. Let's do this one first. I wanted this image first. All right, so we're going to put, that looks probably about right. Close enough. And because this is a whimsical comic, woo, it doesn't really matter if it's not perfect. And by the time you get all your goodies in there anyway, no one's going to notice. And, you know, this was a big thing of gift wrap. A big roll. So there was just tons and tons of it. So, you know, I'm getting oodles. Where is that piece? Look at this. This is just one part of it that I just pulled off. Look at all that. I can make 50 of these. So, and that's what I often do. And those are the things that get auctioned off and raise money for organizations. So there we go. That's super cute. And I think that's just darling. All right, so we can leave it at that. Or we can kind of spunk it up a bit. I could add a little snowflake. I could make it simple like that. So see how simple that was? Super easy. Let me get my little bag of tricks here. I just happened, these were from Dollar Tree, so let's put one in, I guess. You might have to get your fingers in there and give a little poof out that pocket there. I just happen to have some blue tea, so there's that. And, you know, there's a little red in here, so here's a little, whatever you call those, Santa. And what else do we have? We've even got, you know, something like that we can add in. We have an Andes mint. And if I wanted to, why not? Let's see what we've got. And again, I'm a crafter, so I have this, and other crafters will probably have stuff like this. If you don't, that's fine. You can come up with something else or nothing, you know. I would probably cut this down and re-ink the edges so that it, let me show you how it would look. Ignore the bottom because you're going to see it, but say like that. And that's a nice little bookmark, like so. There you go. Easy peasy wheezy. I don't know. So there's that one. Okay, now we did a big pocket. Now this big pocket, let me show you. This big pocket is just a 12 by 12 piece of paper, like this, cut in half. That's it. And so it's just a slightly bigger version of this. That's it. Except, well, this one does have that little pocket, but I sealed that. And you can see where I took that piece of lace, hello, and grabbed a flat back jewel, like so, which I need more red ones, so Mama's going to Dollar Tree tomorrow. Oh, is that one? Yay, I did find some more red ones. There we go. Well, what the heck, I'll go to Dollar Tree tomorrow anyway. So that's all that is. So I'm not going to make another one of these because I don't need to. Now, you may notice though, see how the point is? Which is great. If you're putting in tall things, it'll help hold that up. But I took it off on this end and I just did some fancy cutting. Now I do happen to have various types of fancy scissors, but if you don't, you want to do something different. It looks kind of wonky because it's poofing out. Oops, hello there. You can just, you know, squiggle, wiggle, and do your own thing. Or just cut it straight. Or just leave it as the point. Whatever you want. It all works. Okay, so I'm not going to show you this because it's a bigger version of that. Easy peasy. So we did that pocket and that pocket. And the only other thing we need to do is this one. And this is the one with the extra secret pockets where you can put in lottery tickets and arcade passes and movie stubs, and or not stubs, but tickets, or maybe concert stuff, whatever, you know. And if you're not going to put anything like that in, you want something small, when you buy gum, open it up and stick the pieces of gum, the individual pieces in, and it makes it look loaded, full of all kinds of stuff. So you can have your mints and your gum and your maybe your brownies and individually wrapped little cookies and whatever else, or your homemade cookies if you're making cookies. Anyway, so let's make this one, and then that's it. So it gives you an idea of what to do, you know, and this works for kids. So many things you can put in for kids, like I mentioned earlier, arcade stuff like that. For guys, for gals, whatever. Everybody likes skincare. It's wintertime, everybody needs hand cream, especially like, you know, like for cuts and stuff like that. So anyway, so let's do this. So all we're going to do is take that 12 by 12 paper, find your corners, cut it. I mean, not cut it, fold it, crease it. Good. And again, if you want to cut it in half and make it like that one, this is where you would do that. If you want the extra little pockets, this is where you do this. So we'll just kind of do a quick little approximate fold over. I'm just eyeballing. And I may not get it right. And you know, by the time everything's all stuffed into it, you don't even notice. You really, really don't. Really, 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 really don't. Let's go ahead and let's get these down. And then we're done. Woohoo! And that'll help you out. So think about what the people would want. Maybe a gift card, nail polish, the little nail removal wipe things, small little purse size nail files, chapstick, mints, little candies, gum, a little pack of peanuts, little snacks. You know, maybe they're on the go all the time. I have snacks in my car all the time. So stuff like that. Super easy peasy if you think about it. And then, you know, I think I mentioned earlier, just go in the grocery store line, Dollar Tree line, wherever line you are checking out, and look at all the little goodies. And that gives you ideas of what to do. And because they're cheap, especially when you buy something and you're getting like 5 for $4. All right, so this is done here. So let's put some stuff in it. How about a bookmark? What have we got? And by the way, you don't have to use Christmas paper or Christmas fabric or anything like that. You know, you can get, or the gift wrap, you can use florals. You can use patterns. You can do anything. Because it doesn't have to be a holiday gift, Christmas gift, whatever gift. It can be just a gift with something really pretty and thoughtful. But this one's kind of going to maybe be, this would be like a journaling card. It is a journaling card. There's a little glue on there. I would recover that, but I don't have to right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. But see what I mean? Oh, so pretty. Pretty, pretty. As one of the gals I watch on YouTube, Pretty Princess. That's Mama Brooke. She lives in Canada and does all kinds of thrifting and beautiful crafty-like stuff in her house. And she's fun to watch. She cooks and stuff like that too. So let's put in something like this. Now obviously we're going to put in all kinds of stuff we could. And let's put a little green on this side. Let's grab maybe a face thing. Woo! It doesn't want to go. There we go. You know, maybe if they're like me, this stuff is never off limits. Tums, things like that, you could put that in too. Especially if you know the person you're getting things for uses that kind of stuff. We always need it, right? So there's that. I'm looking around to see what else I have. You know, the nail files. See, like those. Stuff like that. Big ones, short ones. Looks like here's a little small one. And I could put in some of that Nivea cream. This stuff is like $1 something at Walmart. $1.25, something like that. It's pretty cheap. And it works great. There's pink here, so I'm going to put some pink with this nail file over here. And you get the picture. And now let's say they're a crafter. You could add some buttons, maybe some sewing needles, maybe a couple glue sticks. You know, you can go down the aisle at Dollar Tree and in the craft area. Maybe pieces of fabric. You know, they sell fabric and they have obviously the lace. And the lace, you know, you won't be able to necessarily get that in there. But if you take it off the spool and just take a small, you can either just wrap it with your fingers like this, and that's totally fine. Or you can take a small piece of pretty paper like this, cut it in a rectangle, and then just wrap it around and put it inside. Super cute. Maybe safety pins. I don't know if these are safety pins. Yeah. You know, they're at Dollar Tree all the time. And so we use that kind of stuff as crafters. So you could put all kinds of goodies in. You could leave it like this. You could, this is a Dollar Tree bow, which you don't have to keep this on. Hang on. I think that these are glued and they're going to stay together. Ouch! I'm going to get that paper cut and that little thing's going to come open. Yeah. But you know what? I would, yeah. Here's what I'm going to do. See if I can get that sucker off of there. Oh, come here. There we go. I don't trust it. I don't want it to come undone. So I'm going to put some of this glue inside and put some of this glue inside here. There we go. So just that, or, now I would cut a better piece, but you know, a piece of the lace behind or something like that. I'm going to stick this down. Let's see what we get. Alright, that's good enough. And I could even put another, little flat back, how you doing? One of these guys. A smaller one there. So, by the way, you could put in jewelry, earrings, a little bracelet. This reminded me, because I bought these to make earrings. Aren't those cute? So, all kinds of little things like that one. This first pocket. Then you got that pocket. Then you've got this pocket. And this pocket. And, of course, this pocket here, too. So you can stuff all kinds of little goodies in there. So there you go. Secret notes. Something like that. Words of encouragement. I think that would be good. Great quotes. Things like that. So there you go. So these are quick, easy, and again, you don't have to have scrapbooking paper. If you're not a crafter, you're totally fine. Just plain paper works. And if you just write script on paper, and it doesn't have to be legible. Watch. Well, hopefully this works. Just da-da-da, blah, blah, da-da-da, da-da-da. Just let your hand do whatever. That doesn't look like much. But it's easy to do. Takes just a few minutes. Almost looks like shorthand. As a matter of fact, if I thought about it, I could do a little bit of that. It's been a long time. Oops, don't do that. But you know, like you're writing, just lazily writing, almost like waves. And you know what you could do? Like little waves too. And it doesn't look like much, but say if you do it in a different color, something like that, it's fine. It makes a background and it just goes away. Once you put everything in, it goes away. So it looks fine. So anyway, so there you go. So I hope this helps you. You know, scrapbooking paper, gift wrap paper, packing paper, magazine paper, all those things were cute and for super cheap. Dollar Tree, Walmart, you know, what are Little Debbie's? And you get like a dozen of them for like $2.79 or something like that. So stuff like that. Look at things like that. You can come up with something. I hope that's in the picture. Yeah, it is. Y'all have a great, safe, happy, healthy holiday season. And I hope this helps you. And just run to Dollar Tree tomorrow. Go to your TJ Maxx, your Ross, your Walmart, whatever. Look for packs of candies, you know, in the bags that you can stick in here and do whatever. Your tea bags, coffee, instant coffee, maybe flavored coffees. chapsticks, things like that. And I think you'll be all right. So inexpensive, and you can cover a lot of real estate really fast and take care of a lot of people in one like that. So anyway, happy holidays, everyone. I wish you all the best. Take care. See ya. Bye.